Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. In this video we are going to continue upgrading the retrofit Guru headlights into the Audi TT. Step 1 into replacing the HRD xenon reflectors. Jack up the car and take off the wheel. Next step in changing the lights is to remove the dust guard. There is a T25 there and there's a few others. Let's take them off so we have access into the bumper. Okay, by removing all the screws, that means the dust iron can come out this way. That gives us access in here. And you can see there's one little 10mm there and second 10mm there. We'll need to undo both of them to pull the bumper forward. And also there's a screw just there and we need to undo that. That'll release the headlight. So these clips, they can either come off totally or you can just take them off a little bit and then they can just swing around and hang down. Okay, now I have that screw. It's a bit hard to see, but that screw down there and this one up here, now all undone. So that's 3 of them there. There are 2 10mm and this one here I think is a T25. So right, they're now undone. Next we go under the car. Next there is 2 screws, one here and one here. Mine were so rusted, what I did was got the angle grinder, cut a slit into them, and now I can use a flat bladed screwdriver and do them. So the headlight is held in by 4 bolts. One down here at the side, one up here, one here, and one in here behind the grille. So that's why we have to undo the bumper, because we're going to pull the bumper out and do that screw down to there. So now we're going to undo these screws along here. Now wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's now the bumper coming off. Brilliant. Okay. Like that. The bumper's off. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, now to get to the lights that we're doing this all for. Now the bumper removed, now we can undo this screw here and the one on the far side, and then 2 on top, and now the lights will be ready to come out. Yeah, you probably could remove the grille and then get to that bolt, but then the surround of the bumper would still be in the way to get the headlights out, so you still have to take off the bumper or at least pull it forward by probably 2 or 3 inches, and you still have to undo the one in the dust liner to remove that headlight. So you may as well take off the bumper. Now that we have the headlight pulled out, we can undo the 2 plugs. There's a big one there and a little small one further down, just there. The way to get them out is there is a button on the back. You can see it out there. So you push in with your thumb, push in, push the whole plug back into the light. That'll release the pressure and then you can pull it back. It definitely won't work if you just push it down and pull back or pull back. So you have to push in the button, into the body, then you push the whole plug back into the light and then you can pull it away. And the same for the small plug. And then the light is ready to be removed. Just like that. Whoa, so before we go any further, please do subscribe, hit the subscribe button over there. Right, let's get back to the video. If you also want to get a pair of these Bi-xenon HRD headlights for your Audi TT, you can get them at retrofitguru.com. Okay, so to get to the light, we remove the cover. This is our HID, so it's high intense discharge, so that's what the zappy symbol is for. We take out the light, then we're going to take off the reflector. You need to remove these 4 bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to remove them, if you look in the center, there is a safety bit, or a security bit, I should say, a little divot just right in the center. You will need an S2T20H, which looks like that with a circle in the middle. And that's to match up with the little divot there in the middle. So it's a safety bit or a security bit. And don't know why it's on it, but that's what you need to remove it. I just bought a generic set. It says work zone on the front of it, so it probably came from Lidl or Aldi or somewhere like that. And that's a whole selection of little bits. Super, super handy to have. Okay, now we have the reflector out. So you can see there's actually 3 screws, not 4. And they each have their own little rubber mount, so that's to stop them from vibrating or whatever they do. But anyway, they don't fall out when you take it out. And looking here in the reflector, you can see there is a burn mark just there at the very base. So that's probably what the black spot is in my lights. And I think there's a colored, like a little bit of a rainbow color there in the middle as well, which is also not going to help with the reflector. But compared to the other side, these are way better. As in the other side, all the reflector was nearly burnt off it. But you can't touch that because one, your fingerprint will be left on it, and two, it's very flaky. As far as I remember, it falls off very easily. But yeah, that's now the light out. I could just stop there, just give the top of it a clean with isopropyl alcohol and the base in there, give that a clean as well, and then just not touch the rest of it. Put it back into light, and that would probably even improve my light output. But since we have new lights by Retrofit Guru, we're going to install them as well. Okay, first job, we have the light bulb taken out. Now we'll put this O-ring on top of the black piece here, where my thumb is. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now just turn it around, line it up, or maybe it goes that way actually. In it goes. There is a cap to go onto it. Here it is. Put it in, line that up, push it through, and tighten it up. And that's that part of the light bulb done. Next, we installed the adapter bracket. You saw that in part 1 of the unboxing video. But basically, it's just a little plate that sits on there that then should match up to the same silhouette of the original. So it just basically makes it a little bit wider and then allows you to put these big long bolts on. Otherwise, it would sit in too narrow. So yep, if you don't know which way to put it on, basically this little black piece should be at the bottom or in the L, say, of the bracket. That's for the right hand side, and then for the left hand side it just sit over here, and I think it'll sit in the L as well. So right, that's it now done. So we've taken all the parts we need off the old light. That's the old reflector. Right, now let's install the new reflector using the OEM bolts here and these little rubbers. Okay, that is now one light now remade. Now let's install the new reflector with the original OEM bolts into the original headlight. It is a little bit awkward to do, but that's the hole that it goes into, and you can see that's 1, 2, 3 holes. Okay, that's a new reflector with 1, 2, 3 screws all screwed in. Okay, now time for the black wire. So I came across here, I found this light here, found the 2 wires, which is the red and white and the brown. So the brown is negative, that's positive. So basically when I flick on high beam, I want to send a pulse across to get that little flicker to move out of the way so I have better high beams or Bi-xenons. So you have to hijack the signal. So I basically brought the wire across, cut it in half, and then brought this 2 black wires and basically teed back into it. So in this brown wire, there's 2 wires that come in and 1 wire comes out, so it's a T junction. And the same with this wire here, the red and white, has a black attached to it, and then it goes out as a single. So it's a T or Y junction. And the reason why I did it from this angle, pointing this way, is that if you change this light bulb, you can pull this out and you still have the maximum length to that wire, that this wire here isn't in the way or pulling it back in. So it's not like this one's cut really short. It's as long as possible. I can get the wire in and out, or the light bulbs in and out really easily. Okay, now that all the modifications have been done, the lid can go back on. And we are done. So that's how it looks. It looks totally original. You couldn't even tell that it's been replaced. So that's the old light. And you can see the burn mark in the reflector down there. So I have the new light in. I have a new light. I have the old light taken out the other side. So on this light here, you can see there's aluminium sticky foil put in there because there was so many burn marks. And it passed an NCT or MOT. But yeah, the light isn't great, to be honest. So this way, I had to do something to pass the test. But now I have these new Bi-xenons. Bi-xenons, all that means is that when you're driving for dip beam, that little bar is in the way. And when you click on high beam, it just moves slightly down and just gives you a better beam pattern just for high beam as well. That's all that means. So, right. Let's install this light back into the car, and then start working on the next light. So obviously 2 lights left and right. Okay, and that's now the 2 lights back on. Now just rebuild the whole front end. Okay, brilliant. That's now the 2 headlights back working again. Now we have to set the beam pattern on the 2 lights. Because they've been removed, we have to set the beam pattern. So the way you do that is you take a measurement from the bottom to the middle of the HID projector, minus 2 inches. So whatever your measurement is, you minus 2 inches off it. And then from the board or your garage door or whatever, you walk back 25 feet. So there should be 25 feet from this edge of the light, of the headlight, all the way to the board. Then you can adjust it here. This height, this is left and right. This one in here is fog. So we only want up and down at the moment. So we've adjusted it, and you can see there is a lovely pattern. So the next thing you want to do is you get a jumper or a wheelie bin or something, put one in front of the headlight. So now you can only see one light. You can see that's a lovely straight pattern beam. Now we go to the other side. That's a lovely straight beam as well. So what we did is I put a jumper here. So obviously this light then is not technically working. So you go over here and you adjust this one, and then vice versa. So you make sure that both of them are the exact same. That's what we've done. So now I'm going to go for a drive on the exact same road that I drove originally and see how much better are these headlights. Okay, this has been shot at 24 frames per second, and I'm going to do the other recording now in 24 frames per second. Okay, here we are on the same stretch of road again. Make sure the neighbors are okay. There is a huge difference in light output. Yeah, you can actually see where you're going now. There's no black spots or cold marks within the headlights themselves. That's dip beams, and now I'm going to go to full beams. Like day and night. That's how much of a difference there is. Right, go back to dipping because they're actually more impressive. Okay, just after turning around there again, let's go back up the road. Big difference. They're a lot brighter. Maybe like the HIDs themselves or the bixenons need to be like maybe replaced, and maybe a better job done on the headlights polishing them. But still, that is a fantastic result. So if you're impressed with this, you can get your Bi-xenon reflectors at Retrofit Guru. So check them out. Their website will be in the link down below. Absolutely well worth doing. Very impressed. I just want to drive this stretch again, now with the headlights in full beam. Very impressive. Plenty of light output there. So if you enjoyed this video, why not give it a thumbs up, subscribe over there. You can get your xenon reflectors at Retrofit Guru, link down in the description down below. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up like I said, and subscribe. See you later, guys.